Hello everyone, welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 2. This is episode 13, and we're coming at you from the Nether, of course, once again. But we are not over at the little creation station this time. You guys know what to do. Now, where we're at here is we are actually at a little bit of a Nether portal. So, right here at negative 375, we are in our nether tunnel that we kind of started digging out in a live stream a while ago. I set up this portal right here, and this portal links up to I was going to say a desert, but it's a mesa. And we can go out there, and we've been doing some mining, and we've been getting some different materials, and it's a really cool thing that I just haven't shown on camera. Now, we've done a couple of live streams as well, in between the last couple of episodes, and we set up another portal right here, and this leads out to what is going to be our new little industrial district, and this is where we're going to have things such as a gold farm and an iron farm, coincidentally. But these aren't too far away from the base, and what we can do is go down there and do a little bit of mining, and then we can head back towards our base. Now, when we get back to our base, we come in this nice little tunnel here that we will be taking care of sooner than later. And we can come across this nice little bridge, and we did some things with some heads here. Looks kind of cool. And we can take these ores and do absolutely nothing with them. We could go over here and smelt them in lava. That doesn't work. We know that. Basically what I've come to realize the last time I came through here getting ready to smelt some stuff is we actually have 0 smelting capabilities right now. The only smelter that I have is actually all the way back in Chunktown in my little Chunktown base. So with that being said, we need to come up with kind of a smelting room. Now, what I was thinking, we have our little main area that we're at. We have the creation station over there. We're going to have a grand entrance over here. And I think we could actually do something with this room. We could turn this into a smelting room. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks to work with. And this could work in our benefit. So we built the room up real quick. We just did kind of what we did over there. We do need to get some of this blackstone and get all of this built up, but this is basically the room that we have to work with. And so what I'm thinking is we could have, give me that back, we could have a couple of furnace setups like so. So we could have a couple of regular furnaces, we could have a couple of blast furnaces so we can smelt up ores a lot quicker and we can smelt some general use items. So we can dig out the floor, and we can put some hoppers in a chest underneath these guys. And it doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Or what we could do is we could leave the floor filled in and put our chest at this elevation, our hoppers at this elevation, so our furnaces are here. And this way they're not down low. You know what? I'm thinking I like the chest in the floor, and I might actually use too many hoppers and put the furnace up here, and then double hopper it in, and then kind of build around it. I think that could look cool. And we need to get this stuff. It's very important. So we need to just gather up a few items, and then we can build these things, and then we'll have some smelting capabilities in our base. So before we get the furnaces and everything placed in, and what we were planning, I'm actually going to meet up with Dadcraft, because he was around Discord needing some bees. And he had a little bit of a problem looking for them. And I had a couple of beehives just sitting around, or bee nests sitting in the chest back at the base. So I figured, you know what? Let's meet up with them. We'll give them what we got. And we don't really need anything for it. We'll just be good server members.
I guess you saw me crying around on Discord about not having any bees in my beehive.
I sure did.
And because you're awesome, you were coming to my rescue with maybe some bee nests, I guess, that actually have bees in them, you hope, at least.
I got these 3 on a little travel that I took, and they've just been sitting in a chest. I think at least one of these has a couple bees in it. So I'll give you all 3, and hopefully this works out for you.
Okay, you sure I can't give you something for it? Like, you need anything? Potions?
I think I'm sitting good for now.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll bring you, once I get my bee operation in full swing, I'll bring you a stack of honey blocks.
Ooh, okay, I could take, that's a deal. That is a deal
Okay.
I can make easily. So we'll give you that one, and that one. Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, someone was telling me, okay, so like on Java, right, they have like a, what's it, MBT tag or whatever that tells you if there's bees in there, but I guess it's not the same thing over here. So we just have to hope for the best, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Bedrock doesn't have some of those features. So yeah, hopefully,
okay.
If I remember correctly, and it was a long time ago, and I've done a lot of traveling, and I live in the Nether, so it kind of boils my brain. I'm pretty sure there was some bees that were going into one nest when I hit it with a campfire.
Okay, well, I'm gonna make myself like a little bee enclosure. Someone was telling me that they've got like weird pathfinding where they just sort of will fly off and never come back or whatever. So you suggested earlier that I put them in like a enclosed space, like a box or whatever.
Yeah, something they can't get into. And then one other thing I found out last season, I had like a water vader coming down, and they will get into that and of course die. So just they don't like water. I messed around with them a little bit right after they came out.
Okay. Yeah, I've never actually done anything with bees other than I had a couple. I built like a greenhouse one time, and I had them in there like fertilizing my crops and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I have these big fields, like big farm fields, and I guess I can't really. I can't just let them go, right? Because they'll fly away.
Yeah, and then they won't come back. That's your friend right there. I learned that you can't do any harvesting with shears or bottles or anything without that guy underneath.
Yes, because if I do that, I'll end up with one of these like you have.
We don't.
The creepy, angry bee head. By the way, I must say, I've seen your tower from outside. I love it. I've never actually been inside. And now I'm a little afraid because there's just dismembered heads all over the place.
Yeah, don't mind the obsession. We'll just gotta collect them all.
Yeah. Oh, I saw my head up there. That's scary.
Yeah,
okay.
I have a collection.
Oh. You're trying to get them all, right? Like by the end of the season or whatever?
Yeah.
Try to have like all the different ones?
Yeah, I've got a plan, I think, of what I want to do with all of these. They are going to be vacating these premises at some point, and I do want to catch at least all of the Truly Bedrock members and most, if not all, of the other mobs if I can.
Oh, I didn't realize that the different profession villagers...
Yep. Yeah, you got your unprofessional ones over here that have no profession. Then we got
and then like the farmer and whatever. Yeah. That's creepy. I love it. It's creepy, but I still love it. Well, man, I will get these bees fired up, and I'm going to make sure I repay you with a stack of honey blocks whenever I get my bee operation fully running. And let's hope for the best. Yes. And now, you also have given me an angry bee head. Thank you. This doesn't bode well. These bees are never going to come out of these hives if they see me like carrying that angry bee head with them. They're going to be scared.
We had a spare laying around. Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you, Zap. I appreciate it very much. I'm going to let you get back to your work. I know you're super busy working on some stuff in the Nether, as always. And I'm going to go do the same thing. Well, thank you very much.
Hey, no problem, man. Anytime.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
See ya. We just got done with our meeting with Dadcraft, and I was told to record coming to my base by Mark in my Discord, so I really don't know what's going on. It was a record as soon as you log in type deal, but I was like, I'm over at the Chunk Town, so let's see what happened. Oh, what is that? Zloy. Ooh, free warped blocks. Give to me. Let's go look at it. Oh, man, what do do we got up there? We got a little bit of warped. We got a little bit of oak wood. We got a couple crimson logs and some black stone. Subthisloy. Now, I wonder who put this up here. Oh, this must be because I'm always spamming sub-to-zap on different things throughout the server. Oh, goodness gracious. I love it. I love it. Alright, well. Alright, we're going to leave that up for a little bit. Why not? Let's go build these smelters we were talking about. A couple clips ago, we were talking about what these smelters would be, and I might have made it a little confusing, but this is what we got going on. So we have a little bit of hopper action, so we can just dump some items in, and then of course we have a hopper here and a hopper going into the chest so that we could have these furnaces up off the ground. I didn't want them at this level, but I wanted the chest in the floor. So we have a couple regular smelters in case we want to do some regular blocks such as cobblestone, or maybe we want to make some cracked nether brick, and then of course we have the blast furnaces to do up all of these different ores. So now we can just sit here and dump these in here. They will go down 9, 10, 12. You see the chest sitting on these two hoppers will actually evenly distribute the items into these furnaces, and then we have the levers on here just in case we want to shut these off instead of the items automatically being collected in here. So this is a nice little setup for when we go mining and we come back with a little bit of ores like this, and it makes it rather easy on us. We can simply go and do a bunch of work around the base and then come back and we'll actually have some ingots. And yeah, these should be filling up. We should have a little bit of gold in here. We have 24 in each, so evenly distributed. That's a neat little thing that chests do with hoppers. Now, I was sitting here thinking about all of this while I was building this, and this is going to work for us pretty great. We shouldn't need any more than this. But we are going to be smelting up large batches of items. Or in particular, we are going to be smelting up netherrack. We have quite a bit of it put away in here, and then I have a bit more at the Chunktown base. And we're doing that because we need some red nether brick, not only for ourselves, personal use, which we actually have some right here, but we're also going to be selling it, or we already are selling it in our store. So just to keep stock, we are going to need to smelt up some netherrack. Now, with all of that being said, we're going to need some kind of super smelter. And I built one last season, a piston feed tape. It worked really well. It did about a shulker box worth of items in roughly 26 minutes, I believe we calculated. But it was very, very big and it was very bulky. Now, we could go downstairs and put it in there with all of the other bulky stuff. But I was thinking, we've got a couple of different farms that we AFK at. The Hoglin farm, the Piglin farm, we even got the Blaze farm over in the distance. So we should set up one of these guys with a little bit of automatic fuel input. And we could have us a little smelter while we're sitting AFK at one of these farms. And obviously, the Blaze farm would be the best because we can put blaze rods directly into the smelter. And then we don't have to worry about fuel, just inputting items. And it would work out twofold. We could AFK at the Blaze Farm, and it takes a little bit to get blaze rods, because the speed of the Blaze Farm is whatever the spawner is. We can collect the excess blaze rods to sell. We can use blaze rods to smelt. And I think that's going to be a very workable system. Now, we're going to go over there and have to plan out where we want to put this exactly, and we're going to have to redo a few things. So let me gather up some materials, and I will meet you over at the Blaze Farm. Now, some time has passed, and we were thinking about how we were going to fit this smeltery into the Blaze Farm. We got a tight little area here, and my original thought was to tear out the enchantment station and dig a little tunnel down, staircase down, and have our blaze rod collection in the back. We'd have our enchanting on the left-hand side, and we could have our smeltery on the right-hand side. But we'd have to redirect the hopper chain over a little bit and then back this way. And we've already gone through a couple stacks of hoppers for the piglin farm, plus some for what we've done over here. So I didn't want to do that and craft up a bunch more hoppers. I'm running low on wood now, so we'd have to do a bunch of chopping and things. And I figured it'd be better to have the smelter directly underneath the blaze farm, and that's what we've done with this little chute here. Now, one little change that we made up here is I had a collection chest here. We took that collection chest out, and we placed hoppers in. The last time I was AFK at the blaze farm, I had my looting sword out. Not this one, but one just like it, and we were standing here. A blaze phased through the glass, or glitched through the glass, and it actually killed me, and I lost that sword. So I can come in here and dump all of my items out of my inventory and my armor. I can grab this looting 3 sword, and we can stand over here. And if we were to die, at least our sword would be collected. Now down here we have quite a bit of things going on, so I will show you guys what's going on down here. First things first, we have our hopper collection line right here, and it does go back a little ways. I tried to jam this into this little area here, and I messed up. I needed a item sorter right here for blaze heads. Blaze heads coming into this system would mess everything up, so we definitely don't want that. And then we have our main collection line coming over into this chest. From this chest, we split off 2 different ways. We have a hopper line running over here into this smelter unit, and then the other hopper line goes over here into a shulker box loader. So we have some blaze rods in the system, and once this is all done, some redstone happens, and this will end up in this chest, and we can take it over to the shopping district. And what I have right here is I have a little piston with a redstone block in it, and it is locking this hopper line coming over to the smeltery. And from here, we have a couple set of hoppers that will go down and eventually feed these furnaces, which I have put a stack of blaze rods in. And we're going to use a little bit of redstone to control the blaze rods coming into these furnaces. Originally, I thought about just having the 2 hoppers coming in, and then 2 hoppers over the top of it. And basically, this hopper right here, these 2 hoppers would be the hoppers going over, and then we'd have 2 hoppers coming out of the back, and our furnaces would sit right here, where this netherrack is. Doing some thinking about that, we would have 5 hoppers essentially with blaze rods sitting in them backed up at all times, and that's about 25 stacks of blaze rods sitting there doing nothing. You include the 2 that are in the furnaces, and that is a full shulker box worth of blaze rods that would just be sitting in our system. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something a little smarter. So I've come up with an idea for what I call a smart super smelter. And it's a fairly simple thing. Now, last episode we learned about item inventories with a brewing stand. If we have a stack of items in the furnace to be smelted, and then a stack of blaze rods, it's going to give a weird redstone signal. So instead of messing with the furnaces, we are going to take a comparator signal off of this back hopper. And because of what we learned in the last episode, we know that we can dictate how many items we want in this hopper, which is going to be 46 items. With 46 items in this, we know that we are going to get a redstone signal strength of 3. If we have less than 46 items, let's say 45, we know that we're only going to get a signal strength of 2. Did I grab? I did not. Let me grab a couple more bits. There we go. So we know, because this repeater is not lit up, that there is no redstone signal coming here, and this is basically, at this point, going to request items. So let's go ahead and pull these out, and I'll show you what I mean. So once this has 46 items in it, this redstone line is going to be lit up. We're going to have some dust coming up like this. We're going to have a torch right here that is going to fire this piston. So if we have 46 items in here, this piston is going to retract this hopper. So even if we have blaze rods coming into the system, they'll sit in this chest and they won't be able to come down this line. If this line is fired with the hopper underneath it, the blaze rods will solely come into this one. So basically this system can say, okay, this line needs more blaze rods, let's get them some, or this side can do the same. Now what we are also going to have over here is a repeater running out of... That is not a repeater. Let's get rid of this block so we can get up here. That is a repeater. It looked like a comparator from back there. So we are going to steal a signal out of here, and we're going to run a little bit of redstone dust across to here. This is going to have a torch on it as well. So if the system has no blaze rods in it, it is going to move this piston over, locking the blaze rods from going over there, and they will solely go into this hopper line. And as you can see, this hopper has extended. So the blaze rods will no longer go over to the shulker box loader, and they will go down this line to this smelter, coming into here to be collected. Once we have enough blaze rods, this will all retract. This will retract, locking this line. We need to do the same thing over here with a comparator. A little bit of dust, repeater, again some dust, and some dust up like this. Now we're going to steal a signal from here, and we're going to run this across this way as well. Now I did do the math on this, and this should be exactly 15 redstone to this repeater here, which is good. I actually need to get over there, and my ladders are in the way. So let's go ahead and dig this out a little bit, and then we'll place that block back in, these back in, and we can grab our signal here. So now, if this system has blaze rods in it, as you can see right there, we actually had a blaze rod come in while we were doing our testing. This will retract the piston as well, and this will stay shut. If this system is full up, and this system needs some blaze rods, it will depower. Ooh, you know what? We're going to actually need to change this a little bit. We're going to need a block here with a torch on it like that to redirect the system. So that's an easy fix. So that can go like that. We can have some blocks like this, and if we remove this a little bit here, we can have this running like that. So now this is an independent system, and it will power this torch, extending this block, regardless if this one is off or not. Now, if this one gets the required items that it needs, this will fully retract. This will fully retract, and this is now a smart super smelter. And we're going to be AFKing in this farm for a while because of the spawner and how quickly it spawns blazes in it. So yeah, this should work out while we're AFK. We can come in here and we can pop 2 shulker boxes right here. And I placed, I need to place actually some blocks here and here. And we need to put some levers on here so that once this is done smelting, we can come and mine these 2 shulker boxes. And then we can collect them and then put them down here. These are just empty shulker boxes. Now, this system is going to work out rather nicely. While it's running, most of the blaze rods will be coming over here, but we can control how many are sitting in here for the time being. And I'm actually going to pull out 1, 2, 3, so that is exactly 46 items for the minute. Pull out 2 there, and then we can just shove these 5 onto the shulker box loader. Perfect. Now I know that this system isn't perfect. I do know that while we're AFK here in the nether, we may get 4 blaze rods into this chest that go down, and there's going to be 50 items sitting in here, but we should never have more than a stack of items in here. So we're really only ever going to have 2 stacks of blaze rods that aren't doing anything. I guess 4, including the furnaces. But this is our smart smelter setup. I like it. We do need to design this room and maybe make it a little bit prettier, but for the time being, we're going to leave it. Little side note as we're cleaning everything up and going to move on to our last little thing here today. I noticed I threw some slime balls in this redstone box from the base. Now, this last update, 1.16, was geared towards survival in the Nether, pretty much never having to leave the Nether, but there is actually no way that I can think of off the top of my head to get slime to make sticky pistons, which is an interesting concept. It would be cool if we could use the magma creams to make sticky pistons, or some kind of craft to craft up slime balls, or some kind of new mob, or maybe the Striders, I don't know. But just a little side note, something I was thinking about as we were dumping our inventory worth of items, and we were going to collect up some of this netherrack for an AFK session. Last thing I wanted to do today was come over here to the shop and see how things are going, see if we've made any sales. It doesn't look like it, and that's okay. We did let everybody know that these things are for sale, and I know that people have peeked their heads in here. No. Oh yes, we did make some sales. We made 7 diamonds. Nice. Yeah, I figured soul sand might sell. I hope a lot of these things do sell. Blaze rods, we will be collecting more of these. We're not going to stack up 3 shulker boxes this time. We'll just keep a good eye, making sure that we have plenty. And no more blaze heads. I'm not going to sell the heads. I am going to keep them free with the purchase, but we may add more items to this shop as they come in. And oh man, what is going on there? I have some stuff to fix that right here. Yeah. Alright. I must have put something down there and it just deleted the... This is like grass, really, the nylium. Perfect. Perfectly fixed. Sweet. Well, that's going to do it for me today, guys. It's all the time I have here on Truly Bedrock. I hope you enjoyed the video. We've been doing a lot of redstone lately. Hopefully we'll get into just some building here soon, and some of your creation station ideas. Those will be coming in the near future. We have been working on the Industrial District on stream. We've done a couple of streams. They ended abruptly, but we have been doing some work, so maybe we'll get back over there shortly. Now, as always, guys, if you liked the video, please leave a like. Make sure you go to the comment section below and leave your comments for ideas for episodes or streams, or just general comments on things that we've built. These redstone contraptions that we've made in the last few episodes have been pretty fun for me because I've created them. And while you're down there in the comment section, grab the description, take a look in there, all of the different ways to follow me. The Truly Bedrock Discord, my Discord, Twitter, all of those things are in the description below, as well as all of the other Truly Bedrock members' YouTube channels. Make sure you go over there and check them out. Give them a subscribe if you haven't already. I know you guys are, most of you anyway, right? And as always, guys, I will see you on the next one.